Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for watching today. Thank you guys. If you are new, do not forget to subscribe guys. As usual, we do it here as a tradition. Please click the subscribe button and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that when I post a new video like this one, you would be the first to watch. So today's video, I want to talk about tourist visa to Malta to working permit. Yes, we are going to find out if you can actually use a tourist visa to Malta and then you convert that tourist visa to a working permit. All right, so I will be explaining all the details in here because I often find these questions from subscribers. They will be like, Milton, can I use a tourist visa then change it to a working permit? Recently someone asked me if he can use a tourist visa to Latvia and change it to a working visa in Denmark. It is often very difficult sometimes, but it can be possible in some countries. Remember, the tourist visa in some countries is called the Schengen visa. And now, for you to go to Malta using a tourist visa, you have to apply for a 3 months visa because it cannot be more than a 3 months visa, all right, if you are going as a tourist to Malta. Now, understand that Malta is also part of the Schengen zone, and there are two visa types you can use to go to Malta. One is called the D visa, the other one is called the C visa, all right? And in this video, you will understand the differences. First of all, what are the documents you need or how do you apply for the tourist visa to Malta? Now, like I said, the tourist visa is a visa for less than 3 months. You can use it to work in some countries in Europe, but you can't use it in others. Now, for you to apply for the tourist visa, you need a document like, first of all, the application form. You need it, all right? There are videos on this YouTube channel I talked about, especially for tourist visa to Italy, tourist visa to Turkey, tourist visa to Spain, and other countries, all right? You need your international passport as well, and you need the visa application form. Remember, you need the visa fee as well, all right? Then you also need the employment contracts because you are going as a tourist. They want to know what you were doing before. If you are working, you need your employment contracts and, of course, maybe your pay slips, all right? Any document to show that you have been working in the past. Then, if you are a student, you need a document from your university, present document from your university, all right, to show that you are a student. Then you also need bank statements, all right? You need bank statements. Those bank statements are, let me say, financial proof, not bank statement, because financial proof can be in the form of a bank statement, it can be in the form of affidavit of support, or it can be in form of pay slips, all right? But you need financial proof to show that you can actually take care of yourself while you move around Malta. You can transport yourself, you can feed yourself, all right? And of course, you also need flight reservations. I have always said that if you want to apply as a tourist to a certain European country, just go to booking.com and book your accommodation. Don't be like you must pay the flights because you haven't gotten the visa yet. All right, just book it from booking.com and show them the reservation. Then you also need insurance, a medical insurance to cover your journey. All right, it's very, very important. However, when you have gathered all these documents alongside some other documents, all right, you can now carry them and apply for your tourist visa. Remember, we want to find out if you can use a tourist visa to Malta, then you change the tourist visa to a working visa or a working permit in Malta and work, all right? That is what we are heading to. Now, when you get your 3 months, or let me say a tourist visa, all right, it cannot be more than 3 months, short stay visa. That is how it is called. It is going to be a C visa type to Malta. The one you are getting, all right, is going to be a C visa. Now, like I told you earlier on, there are two types of visas in Malta. As a tourist, if you want to go as a tourist, you have to get the C visa, or you get the D visa, which is the type that you are going to use in case you are bringing your spouse, you are bringing your child, you are bringing your husband or wife or whoever. It is called a family reunion visa. That is the D visa. And in this case, the family reunion visa is going to be more than 3 months. Therefore, you are going to get maybe for 6 months or 1 year. It is you can get it for Italian tourist visas. Some people, sometimes some visa applicants get it for like 1 year. It depends how you have been moving forth and back, all right, as a tourist. So what you are going to get to go to Malta is a C visa type, and with that visa you cannot work in Malta. I hope you understand. You cannot work in Malta. That is when you are going as a tourist. Now, if you have your wife in Malta, you have your husband, then, or maybe you want to bring in your child from Nigeria or wheresoever, you need to the person who is going to be applying for the visa needs to apply but for the D visa type, which is the family reunion visa. I hope you understand. It is a family reunion visa. Only with this visa type to Malta, you can get permanent residency, or you can get residency, and with the residency you are going to get, you are free to work. For example, if you move to Malta on a D visa or on family reunion, let's assume that your husband is a Maltese, all right, and you are going from Nigeria or from Cameroon as the wife. If your husband is from the European Union, of course he is, because he is from Malta, or they were going to give you 5 years straight up, all right, visa or permanent residency. I hope you understand. But if let's say your husband is from Nigeria and has been living in Malta for some couple of years and want to bring you to Malta using the D visa, all right, at the family reunion, if he has 1 year permit in Malta, as you arrive Malta, you are also going to get 1 year permit, but you are not applying as a tourist and you are not going to get the C visa, all right. You are going to get by the D visa. If he is having a 1 year permit in Malta, they are going to give you 1 year. If he is having 2 years, they are going to give you. So that is the difference. But now, what do you need to know again about? So with a type C visa, it is going to be difficult for you to work, all right. So sometimes you may not have someone in Malta, but you want to move to Malta to work. In this case, I would say that, but if you are looking at type C visa, it's going to be difficult for you. You cannot work with the type C, that is the tourist visa, for 3 months in Malta, all right. But if you don't have anybody in Malta to invite you or to bring you over, this is my advice for you. I have 2 things I want to tell you now, all right, to take it very seriously. The first one is you can take the tourist visa to Malta, all right. Use the tourist visa, go to Malta, because it's definitely going to be cheaper, all right. There are countries in Europe which I know that to process their tourist visa may be difficult. United States may be difficult. UK may be difficult, all right. These are countries out of Europe. Maybe Sweden may be difficult, but there is nothing which is difficult in life, all right. I have come to realize that there is nothing which is difficult in life. So you just have to put in the work and see that, make sure you succeed. Put in the work and keep chasing it till you succeed. So the first thing I want to say, get the tourist visa. When you move to Malta, all right, when you move to Malta, you move around, you find companies, you find people, you make friends, all right. You have a tourist visa for 3 months. Maybe you may not be able to spend even 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 1 month over there. So you can make friends from there. You can find a job, all right. You can go to companies, find employers, find a job, all right. But you are looking for this job not with the aim of working. You are looking for this job to make friendships, to make connections, to know the employer, all right. Let the employer know you. Then when they know you, when you return back to your home country, the country where you came from, all right, as a tourist, you can now start the working visa process in that home country, all right. I hope you understand. You can start to process the working visa now, not the tourist visa or maybe the family reunion visa anymore. This is the advantage, or this is another simple way or a very good trick in which you can use to work in Malta, precisely in the Schengen or the European Union, all right. You can use this in any country. It's a trick I'm giving you right now. So if you don't have anybody who can provide with, or let me say, who can help with the services of inviting you, use the tourist visa. Then when you go to that country, you look for companies, you look for employers. Of course, if you stay in a country for just maybe 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you may have moved around, you know, a lot of places. Malta is not a big country, so automatically you can ask people. You will see other tourists moving around. You ask them, they will show you companies, they show you employers, they show you recruiters. Then you go there, you ask them, you make friendships, you make connections, and of course, maybe you return to your home country now and you apply now for the working visa. That is a very good trick, all right. This time the employer knows you, the people know you, you already have travel experience. It is going to guarantee or maybe put you in the forefront to get the working visa more. And if you get a working visa, that is advantage you, all right. It is possible to look for jobs in Malta, but when you are looking for jobs in Malta, out of Malta, it sometimes becomes very tricky. Not just out of Malta, out of Europe, all right. So this is something you should pay attention to. Then again, the second trick I want to tell you you can use to get employment in Malta is to go to Malta as a student. All right, look for a university. There are universities in Malta. Look for cheap universities in Malta and apply as an international student. The reason I'm saying so is because automatically, if you are moving to a European country or a Schengen country as an international student, it is going to be difficult, going to be easy for you to work. For example, there are countries in Europe, if you go as an international student, automatically the visa given to you by the embassy already has permits for you to work. All right, you have the right to show any employer to employ you. All right, and you work. Students have an upper advantage in Europe, or let me say abroad, because most of their visas will permit them work. However, there are some other countries that may not like the fact that you are working as an international student in their country. So you should put this into consideration. But Malta, it is certain you are going to work as an international student. And I want to say that going to Malta as a student, I think, is the easiest way in case you don't have direct employment in Malta. All right, all you need to do is to go on Google, all right, or maybe go on social media handles, check for schools in Malta, check their application deadlines, check their study requirements, check their application fees, and you apply. All right, after checking their tuition fee, this way it is going to be very easy for you to land a job in Malta, because if you successfully move to Malta, first when you check that, you do the application, you apply for the visa, you move to Malta, it is now easy for you as an international student. Of course, you are going to be looking for a part-time job. In Malta, you can even work up to 20 hours or plus, all right? And during holidays, you can work maybe 40 hours or more, all right? It just depends on you. Even if you have a small job to do in Malta with the tourist visa C type, you cannot be legally working. It is illegal, all right? And maybe you can run into problems when you are in contact with the police. So I will not advise you to even do that. I hope you understand. So use the student means. The easiest way to move to abroad is going as a student, all right, is to move as a student. But sometimes the bank statement is a problem to most people want to move to Norway, Germany, Sweden, Finland, and all the rest, but the bank statement is usually a problem. So I would say, if you don't have a lot of money, if you are working, all right, if you have your pay slips, if you have your employment offers, if you have working experience, of course, you have a good passport, just try to see what are the requirements to apply for a tourist visa to Malta, to Spain, to Italy. Then you apply for a tourist visa. It's not going to stress you a lot, because you can just apply for a tourist visa for maybe 6 days, all right? 6 days tourist visa in Europe is a very good tourist visa, but be rest assured that you are going to give your reasons to the embassy why you want to go and live in Europe for 6 days. All right, remember also your first destination also matters. And when you are in Malta, remember this is a Schengen country. You can obviously move in and out of all the other Schengen nations using that visa. Yes, it is possible, but when booking your hotel or when applying for the visa, make sure the country in which you want to take the first flight and land in should be the country where your focus is. If you want to go to Malta and then move to Spain or any other country, it depends on you, but make sure your flight reservation should show Malta, all right? Sometimes the immigration or maybe the embassy officials will ask you, how many countries do you intend to enter? All right, if you intend to enter to 4 countries, maybe Malta, Italy, Spain, and maybe whichever country, please mention this. All right, don't make them have the impression that you are lying. I hope you understand. Lying at the embassy is a very dangerous thing. Don't do it. All right, don't do it, because it's going to cost you a lot. So these are the visa types you need to know, all right, and what you need to know in order to work in Malta under a working contract or a working permit, or live in Malta for a long period of time under a permanent residency or maybe a temporary residence or any other residence permit. I hope this video will help you. I'll be bringing more videos in the days ahead, and please stay tuned and keep watching until we meet again.